maybe it's just me, but if you've ever had one of those friends where you feel like the only way to be friends with them is to like give in to them, like to submit to them. And I remember when I was, in school, in high school, I did hang around with a couple of people like that, just because, I was insecure, and, I didn't really have confidence, and that was really the only reason why, I let those people into my life, so to speak. Kind of a deep way of putting it when you're in high school, letting someone into your life. I think it's not quite so dramatic when you're 16, 17, but still, I do remember the experience. It wasn't a good one, and even today, people are still like that. They pull it off where they can, and God, it really sucks, because I think sometimes it seems like, man, this could be a really cool guy. He seems like he just seems like he's a good guy, but he has this one thing where, like, everything has to be filtered through this fact that, he's going to run the show, for every interaction. And man, I just, obviously I don't give into that anymore. I can't. It's like I have some self-respect now. I just don't see any other choice. If you even respect yourself a little bit, if you have any sort of conviction about, what you deserve as a person, or, what kind of friends you deserve, I don't know. I can't do it. Yeah, so I have one of these people in my life right now. I have one of these people who they seem to have really good attributes. They seem to be a good person, and that's why I don't know what to do about it, honestly. The thing with me is, I don't have to like every single quality about a person in order to be friends with them, but there's certain ones, like a list of acceptable qualities or quirks, and then there's like an unacceptable list. And I don't know. I know people are different. I get that. It's not like I don't want friends who are exactly like me. Honestly, I kind of go away from people who are like me. Like, one of me is enough. I want people who are different, who think differently. And the number one thing, I definitely don't want people who have the same problems that I have. I don't think that's a good way to form a friendship, or maybe any relationship. Like, if you hate the same shit, that's kind of, when you both dislike the same stuff, that can be, I think there's a Jerry Seinfeld joke about that, or just a joke in general about, like, there's no way to bring two guys closer together than if they hate the same thing, which is true to, an extent, for sure. But the reason I don't want to be around people that have like the same problems as me, or like if they bitch about the stuff that I used to complain about, it's like I already got away from that. I don't want it. I don't want to go around it again, which sucks. But like, as soon as I notice someone doing that, I'll just go the other way, because I already put in some time to get away from those habits and that way of thinking. I already put some work in to to not be like that. And then sometimes, I'll meet a guy and he seems like a pretty cool guy, but then, the more he talks, I realize this is kind of how I used to be. And yeah, so I just I usually just I won't mess with that if I can manage not to. But what I'm talking about with this other guy is like, man, he just has these qualities that I just can't bring myself to give the okay on. Even if he's a good person, and I think he's a good person, he just has these horrible habits and attitudes, and just the way he comports himself. I don't like it. I don't think, I don't know, it might just be one of those things where, you see something about yourself that you already don't like in and maybe you see that in someone else, and maybe it's that. I don't think it is, though. I don't think it is. I don't think that's what it is. But yeah, I don't know what to do. It's like, I don't really know what to call it either. I don't know what to classify it as. I don't know if it's that like type A alpha. I feel like that's kind of a played out title, like I feel like that doesn't really apply anymore. Like everyone's sort of like, once the term is out there for so long, it kind of loses its meaning. It's like it was almost more applicable, when no one was throwing it around. But once you start talking about something like that, once you start naming things, then people, they see it when they didn't see it before, and they try to give it to themselves. They try to apply it to themselves, by reverse engineering whatever they think makes it up, and then it never comes out the same. So I don't know if it's that. It's hard to give yourself up to someone. If you want to be friends with someone, you can't. Real friends, not just what I'm talking about is, if you want to get along with someone, you kind of have to give yourself up to them and have some vulnerability, and be willing to open up about stuff you might not. I'm not saying you're going to pour out your life story, but in a way, to kind of tell someone who you are, what you are. All I'm saying is, it seems like some people, they're impossible to talk to unless you're willing to give over, control